So after spending many hours working hard on your new attack animations, you're finally about to import them in your game.
Oh, I can't wait, this is gonna be great. Just drag that bad boy into the animator, smash that play button and... I mean, it's not bad, but not really what I expected. All animations look great individually, but when played together, something just doesn't feel right. But what have I done wrong?
Well, I'm glad you asked, cause this exact thing happened to us during the development of our hack and slash RPG. So what is it exactly? There are a couple of things you have to consider for attacks in your game. Let's start with the basics first. After recording all the animations, which is an entirely different story for another video, we imported them in our game only to realize that they suck. Maybe except the animations for these giant frogs. These are absolutely genius.
Huh?
But just the animations, cause the frogs themselves are terrifying. It was clear that we still had much to learn and there are many things that were missing. And what do you do in such a case? Ask an old friend by the name of Google, of course. Wait a minute, I think I found something useful.
I get it. We're f***ing dumb! No, but seriously, there are many things about making a good attack animation that you don't even notice as a beginner. Starting with the animations themselves. Each attack animation is usually split in 3 phases: anticipation, hit, and recovery. Player attacks have very short anticipation in order to feel responsive, while enemy attacks require some serious anticipation. This is done to provide enough time for the player to react, otherwise the game feels unfair. And we all know that nobody likes an unfair game. The minimum anticipation time of an enemy attack should be based on the average player reaction time and the player ability trigger time. On top of that, you can decide on an extra time buffer which will directly influence the difficulty of your game. Make sure that the hit phase of the attack animation is instant and precise. And make sure to keep that swing short. 4 to 8 frames should be more than enough depending on how heavy the attack is. Lastly, the recovery phase represents the window of opportunity for the player to react. There is a great article if you want to know more about this, link is in the description. Okay, let's tweak these animations a bit. And there we go. This should feel 10 times better now, except that hitting an enemy still feels like crap, and what am I even doing with my life?
Well, that's because you're still missing any sort of visual effect, duh.
Okay, but how many visual effects do we need?
Yes.
And so we added a shit ton of visual effects, including weapon swing effect, hit effect, weapon impact effect, blood.
Wait, we don't want blood?
But why?
Cause we gotta keep this a Christian-friendly game.
Oh right. Screen shake, disintegrate effect, burning effect, lightning.
Yeah, I think they already got the point.
And let's not forget about the good old animation freeze. This is a classic trick that is so subtle you don't even notice it unless it's missing. When a hit connects, both the attacker and the defender freeze for a few frames. It basically tricks your brain into perceiving the attack better. It totally blew my mind when I found out that literally every combat game uses this trick.
At this point we had all those cool effects and stuff, but there was still one more problem. How to make the attacks connect together in a combo. Luckily, we have some great people like Sebastian Graves who made this wonderful tutorial of recreating Dark Souls in Unity. So after spending a bunch of hours following his tutorial, we had a great functioning combo system. In fact, we even made it better by saving the combos inside a JSON file so we can easily edit them later. This system heavily relies on animation events, and I mean a shit ton of animation events. These are really useful because they can call various functions in the code when the animation reaches a certain point. The only downside to this approach is that if you forget to add or remove certain events when you make changes to your code, things like this can happen. And don't even get me started on the amount of times my player got stuck because a certain event messed up some random variable in the code. Luckily, after hours of bug fixing, this shouldn't happen anymore. Okay, that's a new bug for the backlog. But wait, there is more! If you call today, and only today, we have a special offer of 1 extra secret trick just for you, for the special price of subscribing to this channel.
But seriously, there's one more subtle thing. As the combo goes on, the anticipation phase gets bigger, which pushes the hit back a little bit with every attack. This is designed intentionally, so that each hit in the combo gets slower but more powerful. It might not look like a big deal, but trust me, it makes a big difference.
If you wanna see how we made this game and what we learned during its first year of development, check out this video.